succinctly. And then if you have a question for me, we'll dive into the coaching. And if not, I might have a question for you. So, Rikk, you are live and on the air.
Hi, Marcia.
Hi, Rikk. Where are you coming to us live from?
Near the south part of Yosemite, up in the woods.
Well, you know, I can't read your URL. What does it say you're the founder of?
Brilliant Next.
Brilliant Next. Okay, my friend, everybody's watching all over the world. This is your chance to share and declare your dream with the world. What do you want us to know?
Thanks, Marcia. I love how succinct you are. My dream is to really have as many people as possible know the way to have their work really be their calling.
Okay. And, you know, so how will you know when that's occurred? Like if my dream is dreaming in the school system, I can tell because it's listed as part of the curriculum and kids are coming home talking about it. How will we know when your dream is manifested?
Ooh, I like that. I have to think about that. Really, it's if you went out in the street and you talked to, I would say, a professional, and you said, if you wanted to find your calling, if you didn't know what that is today, where would you go? They would know what to do.
And what would they do? What specifically, what would they know? This is your process, right? And I want to throw this in because, you know, value, obviously, when, you know, in order for people to participate with us, whether they're paying us or we're contributing, it's all about the value. And as a speaker, consultant, coach, author, your content is, you know, intellectual property and really valuable. So can you express it in a nutshell, like on a Post-it note?
I can tell you three things. So first as a map, they would have an understanding of the process of what it takes to listen for a calling. They would understand that in a simple visual way, and something that really acknowledged that there's a part in that process that I call between dreams, where really they're not clear, and that's an important part of the process.
And I want you to know, I don't hear anybody speaking about between dreams, and I love that. That's also a great book title. You know, it's one of the things I think that really potentially sets your work apart. So since this is laser coaching, my team is telling me to speed it up a little bit.
Okay.
Do you have a I love what you've said already. Do you have a question for me?
Okay, yes. Well, a big part of my dream is to mentor a generation of career coaches. So if someone came to you and they said, what's the one most important step in order to move towards that, what would you say?
Well, I love the question. I love that the way you actually contextualized it. I would say go find where there are people who are in transition. Not necessarily people who are unemployed because they may not be able to afford you, but people who are, you know, who are seeking deeper meaning, who are seeking you know, more creative ways. Like, you know, where are people going to, you know, to tap creativity? Like one of the things that I'm seeing pop up are a lot of these virtual offices that are very high-tech and very cool. You know, I think you want to have a great soundbite as a way to talk about what you do that's not jargony but talks about the result, and I think you want to start engaging with people. And I'm going to tell you the other thing I would do is I would have some kind of visual tool, and I would go to Starbucks a lot. Are you a coffee or a tea drinker?
I am. Coffee.
You know, I mean, I just think that Starbucks is just this great gathering of creative minds, and the people that are there have some flexibility on their time and their life. They're usually pretty open for interesting conversation. I would say go have interesting conversation, find people who are in transition. And also, Rikk, if you're intuitive, would you say that you're a pretty intuitive guy?
I am. I listen.
Yeah, well, so let's see. I think I have a card for that. You know, but I mean, obviously, in order to listen, we also need to ask. I mean, obviously, there's the internal listening, but I think what I would encourage you to do is look for people that are carrying themselves with burden, people whose faces look tight, and find a kind way to interject into their life so you can open a conversation and be of service to them, even if the only service is you brighten their day.
I like that. Thank you, Marcia.
Okay, Rikk, so before I drop you off and come to Rita, who's next, I see Rita's waiting there with her fan on over her head. So, Rikk, we always want people to, when you drop out of the live page, you're going to go back to the regular show, and you'll see the comment area below the video. Will you commit to a wow, an action step that you'll take to move forward on your dream?
Yes, I will.
What is it?
I knew you'd ask that. It's to step back and do a little dreaming and listening, because my big message that Spirit has asked is to trust at a new level as well. And then I'm going to structure, yeah, me too, I know, is to structure my week in such a way that there's no compromise.
Beautiful. Oh, no, that's very, very powerful. So I'll be looking for that. And other people who are watching the show, comment on his wow. Ask him questions about what he's doing. Let's engage. Let's really become a community that's committed to helping each other. Rikk, I'm going to bounce you off to make spot for somebody new, but thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Marcia.
Okay, and Rita, we're coming to you. Rita, you're on the screen.
Hi, Marcia. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, my friend, let's see. I think we're getting a little feedback from you. So do you have a headset?
I don't.
Okay. You've got to either turn off your speakers. I'm hearing myself through you.
How do I do that?
I don't know, but I'm going to come back to you while you figure it out. I'm going to mute you out for now.